And we have Representative Jennifer McClellan with us, a Democrat Congresswoman from the state of Virginia. Congresswoman, good to see you again. Thanks for joining us. First of all, what's your reaction to the president's speech tonight?
Well, I walked into that chamber hoping to hear the president talk about putting the American people above politics, but that's not what I heard. What I heard was 2 hours of half-truths or outright lies. What I heard was an American president trying to pit one group of Americans against another and play into not even dog whistles anymore, but outright bigotry. I heard a president putting forth economic policies that will hurt the American people, that will raise costs of everything from gasoline to groceries, from toys to technology, and from healthcare to housing. I heard a president who parroted talking points from Vladimir Putin, who threatened our allies and our friends, and who has this dystopian view of America and the American people that does not reflect the America that I see every day. And I heard a president who puts the tax breaks of billionaires above the needs of the American people.
Congresswoman, he touched, of course, on a number of issues in his speech. And when we look at immigration, we know from ahead of the election that a number of Americans wanted to see real action on immigration. And what he said here is that he referred to the legislation that wasn't passed in Congress, and he said, it turns out all we really needed was a new president. He pointed to the numbers of people who have been apprehended since he took office. Is this a point where Democrats don't perhaps have the answer, where President Trump says, I do, look at the numbers since I took office?
Well, we did have the answers. We know that to address the border, you need to invest in border security. That does not mean taking your military or your FBI agents from doing their job, putting them on the border. That means investing in new border agents who are trained to deal with the border while you continue to have your military take care of your other national security needs here at home and around the country, while you have FBI agents who are doing their job. And so we had a plan to do that, and Donald Trump scuttled it.
Speaking of plans for Democrats, what did you think of your fellow member of Congress, Representative Green, disrupting the speech at the beginning? Do you think that was the right approach?
That's not the approach that I took. It was very difficult to sit through that speech. And I'm not going to get into Representative Green's head to talk about why he did or did not do what he did. But I can say that for anyone who sat through the Civil Rights era, anyone who sat through the Cold War, anyone who sat through the progress that this country has made to make the ideals upon which we were founded true for everyone, would have found that speech difficult to stomach. And so I reacted by sitting and listening to what the president had to say, because I wanted to hear every lie that he said so that I could rebut it. Other members chose to do a different way.
Congresswoman, before we let you go, you disagree with the policy proposals the president laid out. What exactly do Democrats plan to do going forward?
Well, first of all, we are going to fight Republican efforts to strip health care from 80 million Americans to give tax cuts to billionaires. We are focused on meeting the needs of the American people. We are focused on making sure we lower costs, not increase them. We are focused on protecting our federal workforce and the essential services that they provide from the attacks of Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Russell Vought, who said he wanted to traumatize our federal workforce. And they fired so many of them that include veterans and our friends and neighbors. We're going to fight back.
Okay, Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us tonight on BBC News.
Thank you.